Now let's talk a little bit more about the structure of a power function versus an exponential function when we write out these functions or equations. A power function is a function of the form f of x equals a times x to the b power. And what we have in this case is a variable raised to a constant power. An exponential function is something of the form g of x equals a times b to the x power. And the difference here is that now we have a constant raised to a variable power. In our power function, x was the base being raised to the b power, raised to some constant power. Now for an exponential function, that base is a constant. We have b being raised to some variable power. So when we evaluate an exponential function, we'd actually be substituting into the exponent rather than the value being raised to some power. And we can pick up on this pattern and use it to distinguish between exponential and power functions that we're given, which is what we want to do in example 1. In part A, we have a function s of x is equal to 2 times 3 to the x power. In this case, x is in the exponent of that function. So what we have is an exponential function. And in part B, we have t of x equals 2 times x cubed. Here, x is the variable being raised to some power. So what we have is a power function.